Welcome, y'all. This is Greer from Fullstory again, and we're going to continue our discussion about where Fullstory is going and introducing intelligent agentic AI into the Fullstory platform to speed your time to insight and help you delight your users and meet them exactly where they are. And today, we're going to be taking a look at Story AI opportunities. Now, in order to introduce Story AI opportunities, first, we're going to start in funnels. Now, funnels aren't anything new. And if you've been on Fullstory for any time at all, you know that funnels are incredibly easy, especially if you start from maybe like journeys to create your funnels. But if we start in a funnel that maybe already exists, right? I've got this funnel right here. And this funnel starts on product pages, checkout button, checkout billing, payments, review, revenue event, right? This is a pretty common funnel. Now, Fullstory has, for the longest time, we've had conversions, and conversions is able to take this given funnel and let you know there are things that are happening in this funnel that if these things didn't happen, your conversion rate would go up. Right? You can see you've got a rage click on checkout and it is suppressing your conversion rate by 63% for the people who experienced this. This is a chi-squared analysis. This is classical data science where we're essentially looking at all of the potential things that could go wrong, whether it's frustration heuristics or it is JavaScript errors or network errors or any of those types of general things. And then we're seeing which of those things are actually impacting sessions. We're looking for correlation, how many people are impacted, and a statistical probability that when someone is impacted, this is going to draw them out of the funnel. So if I were to here click on this specific opportunity, we're going to say, these are the users impacted. Here's how many conversions we believe were lost. This is powerful. This is helpful. But Fullstory thought that we probably could do better in that this tells you what's wrong with your user experience, and usually more on the systemically wrong side. But what about when you don't actually know that something is going on and maybe it just started happening? Well, Fullstory with Story AI opportunities now is constantly watching all of your key funnels where the majority of your traffic is being funneled to. And we're finding specific things taking place that have a variety of different severity levels, variety of different impact to overall users, variety of different dimensions that are being impacted. And we're calling them out to you. We're setting a severity on them and empowering you to then investigate further by putting all of that investigation on very specific prescriptive rails for you. So let's take a look here at the example. So here we have a whole series of different opportunities that have been found by Story AI. Here you can see that this is a non-blocking script error on the home page, and users experience an uncaught script error on the home page after performing various actions, including viewing elements and interacting with experiments. Despite the error, users were able to continue browsing and interacting with the website. Now, we didn't write that. Story AI wrote that, right? Story AI was able to ingest all of the anomalous data, right? The data that is coming off of anomalous sessions. The first thing we're doing is we're watching for anomalies. And then once we find the anomalies, we're then analyzing the sessions where the anomaly occurred, and we're boiling those sessions down to a narrative summary for you. And you can see right here, someone has already when Story AI flagged this as medium severity, and someone has already opened a ticket on this. Well, let's take a little bit closer look at what Story AI can tell you about this specific opportunity. This isn't assigned to anybody yet, but we are assigning a medium severity, and the overview says, here we're going to get a little bit more detail here. The overview says that the error does not appear to completely break the page or prevent further interactions as users are able to continue browsing. The error occurs across different sessions and different user actions, suggesting potentially a widespread issue. Now, this is the overview. Here is when we first detected it. Here's this past 7-day trend. right? Here's the 30-day trend. You can see we first detected this on March 21st. Now, if I scroll up, now you can see that you've got an impact tab. Now, what does the impact tab tell you? Impact tells you what percentage of all your users experience this issue, right? Then you've got your total numbers of users who have experienced the issue. And then we're calculating an exit rate. And the exit rate is specific to say, how severe is this issue? If it is horribly severe, it crashes your app or kills your page, the exit rate would be very high. We still see a 26% exit rate. So when this issue occurs, a quarter of those people end their sessions. And then if I go to the diagnostics, this is going to give you an overall breakdown, whether I'm talking about specifically looking at the events, where this thing occurred, or the total number of users impacted by this issue. We're going to tell you, okay, browser variation breakdown. So it looks like we have a variety of different browsers that have been impacted by this. We also see the page breakdown. We see the search page is not quite as impacted as some of these other pages. Here's your device breakdown. Now, once you look through, right, the overall, then assessing the impact and then giving you diagnostics, this is going to then allow you to either directly open this specific issue in Jira, or you can just assign it to an individual, right? The whole idea here is that Fullstory isn't just telling you that things are wrong. We're actually doing 80% of the investigation for you and empowering you to assign a severity, assign a specific user, specific individual to track this down and work on it, and help you monitor and track closing the loop on fixing issues and improving the experience of your users, right? So this is Story AI Opportunities. The entire goal here is that you need to be able to spend more time improving the lives of your users and less time tracking down squirrely bugs and errors popping up in your user experience. Story AI can do a lot of that work for you. Thanks so much. Have a good one.